Hi everybody, welcome to the 2018 Honda Odyssey training. My name's Pavel. I'm glad you've written your names in the participant guide, so let's get started. I know you haven't had a chance to drive this vehicle yet, but you will. That's part of today's training. But I would like to talk about the transmissions. Who knows the two transmission choices you get on the Odyssey? Right, 9 and 10-speed transmission. Perfect. Now, what other Honda has that 9-speed transmission? Right, the Pilot. Okay, so that works the same. It's a ZF transmission, but that 10-speed transmission, does anybody know what's so special about that 10-speed transmission? Exactly, it's Honda's proprietary transmission. So as a little bit of intel for what Honda has to the futures, eventually we're going to be moving away from that 9-speed transmission in future vehicles and developing and implementing that 10-speed automatic transmission. So on page 24 of your participant guide, you'll find the Magic Slide second row seats. Yeah, we're getting into the interior. Now everybody, we're not going to spend too much time looking at photos of the Odyssey because after all, I brought you the Odyssey. We're going to have an opportunity for you to do some activities, explore and get your hands on. But I just want to get you into a mindset of what to expect when we get out there. So in the second row, one of the activities I'll have you do is to remove the middle seat in the second row. And here's why. As you look on page 25, you'll see there's two modes for those seats. There's wide mode and buddy mode. Yeah, that's right. That's what the Honda called it, buddy mode after all. So there's an opportunity to slide the seats laterally. So if the kids are misbehaving, maybe they're not getting along, separate them or bring them together for buddy mode. Okay, so there's more where that came from, but let's switch to page 26 and look to some of the technology. Cabin watch. Has anybody heard of that? Anybody have an idea of what that might be? Okay, you're close. It is actually an infrared camera. You're right about that, and it's pointing back to the second and third row seats of the Odyssey. So the driver and the front passenger have an idea of what's going on in the back so they don't have to, well, turn their head and say, you kids keep it down right back there, we're going to turn this van around. And it's also great because you can zoom in on a particular position of the seat. So let's say there's a baby seat strapped into the second row on the right. You can zoom in and have it actually memorize that location. So every time you start up your Odyssey, it's always focused on that baby seat. Now again, I have some more activities for you to do out at the van to give you a chance to explore what Cabin Watch is all about. In complementing Cabin Watch is, take a look on page 27, Cabin Talk. So for the kids in the second and third row, or I shouldn't just say kids, passengers, anybody, right? The people in the front row can make an announcement and be heard through the second and third row speakers in the Odyssey. And if somebody's watching a movie and using those wireless headsets, that movie will be paused and the intercom will be transmitting through the headphones as well. So let's say an example of this is saying, okay kids, put your shoes on. We're going to be stopping at a rest stop in about 5 minutes. So let's get up and at 'em, get ready to go for that bathroom break. There's something valuable about making the examples of this technology real for the customer. How would they use it in their real lives, their day-to-day activities? So it's not just about explaining these features. It's about making it real for them. How can they use it? So I'd like you to really be thinking about that along the way through this training, and especially when we're exploring the vehicle hands-on out in the parking lot.